The processing industry requires precise methods to ensure quality and consistency, and the stakes have never been higher. In a period of time where industrial customers are tasked to do more with less on increasingly tight timelines, uptime and safety concerns are paramount. Joining us today is Matt Dixon, Senior Principal Design Engineer for Swagelok, who is here to provide some insights into some of the methods manufacturers are using to ensure accurate processing. One of these is grab sampling, where a technician captures a sample from a process pipeline, tank, or other vessel and takes it to a remote laboratory for analysis. Matt, thanks for joining us today to provide us a little more insight into how this works and how it can be benefit to industrial companies. So let's talk a little bit about quality control. We know in processing that consistency is critical, right? So talk to us a little bit about how grab sampling factors into this quality control process.
Yeah, so grab sampling is really all about taking fluid out of that process and then taking it to a remote laboratory for analysis. So it's really instrumental in the quality of that process because you need to be able to verify whatever is flowing through that pipeline or whatever is in that tank. So being able to take that sample, do it in a safe manner, and then transport it to that laboratory helps you to ensure that your product is meeting your specifications, meeting the customer specifications, or maybe meeting environmental regulation. So grab sampling can be used to verify the process conditions. It can be used to verify that the product meets the process specifications, that it meets customer specifications, and that it meets environmental regulations. So there are lots of reasons why you might want to take a sample using grab sampling.
Can you provide some detail on what's involved in actually going in and grabbing the samples and getting them analyzed?
Yes, sure. So grabbing the sample out of the process, generally involves first selecting a sample container, selecting typically either a sample cylinder assembly, which would be used for gases or maybe volatile liquids, or more economically, perhaps a glass bottle or plastic bottle for non-volatile liquids. So that's the first step. The next step is to be able to have a system that enables you to interface that sample cylinder or sample bottle with the process, and to be able to do it in a safe manner so that the operator isn't harmed by exposing themselves to that process fluid.
So is it ever potentially risky to draw that kind of hot fluid from a process like that? And if so, talk to us about some of the risks that are involved there and how to keep those workers safe when they're doing that.
With grab sampling, there really are a few safety concerns. First and foremost, you're introducing the human element. And by introducing that human element, you're really increasing the odds of something going wrong because you're relying on the human to get the process right, to get the procedures right. And then secondly, because that human is involved and that human is right there, right at the grab sample panel, the consequences of something going wrong are so much higher than maybe an offline system. So when we're looking at grab sampling, we're really looking to mitigate the safety concerns associated with that. So we're looking to make the panel simpler to operate, to eliminate some of that human error that can creep into the process. We're looking to integrate features into the panel to make it safe so that the operator doesn't get exposed. Things like a purge, to be able to purge the potentially hazardous fluid out of the system before coupling or uncoupling the sample container into that system. So things like that can really help mitigate those risks and to make sure that it's a safe operation for that operator.
Okay, great. Well, thanks. This is Matt Dixon with Swagelok. Thank you for spending 5 minutes with us.
And you're very welcome. Thanks for having us.